Okay, I was just talking to my neighbor today. He's from Honduras, and how you doing? My name is Omar, U.S. Army, U.S. cavalry veteran, and you know, looking for the truth, right? I was talking to my neighbor from Honduras, and he was telling me how in Miami they did this and that in the weekend. This is June 2025, and I'm like, okay, so, and then start talking to him, and then I remembered a report that I heard about how these ICE agents are, army rejects or, you know, incapable in other areas or whatever. I mean, army, right? You go to the military, you drop out of basic. Fort Knox, Kentucky, 1990s. There were barracks for dropouts. They call them broke dicks. Excuse my language. The broke dicks of the army, is in this barracks. Everybody knew. So, it's the first weeks of basic, right? And everybody's like, wow, the power shock and all that stuff. And yeah, they dropped like flies. It was Echo Troop. What was Echo Troop? Yeah. Echo Troop was in 15 calf was, I think, 100 and it was 140 some, right? 140 something at first when we got to reception in Fort Knox, Kentucky. It was, that was epic, man. I wish they had a video. I mean, it's in my mind, but that shit was crazy. But yeah, the army was fun. I mean, it's you do it's the balance in suffering and fun, right? But you suffer and then afterwards you're like, oh man, look at this, blah blah blah. But I mean, I love the military, the men's army. The thing is that the broke dicks can run. They can. They cry. There's the the 6'4", 200 pound drill sergeants screaming. Excuse me, I have like a my one of my models. It bothers me, so I'm talking a little funny. So yeah, they see the shock, everybody screaming at and they can't take it, and they can't run, and we gotta help them, and that drop out. Oh, I don't, okay. First 2 weeks, the statistics are 2 weeks into basic, 2 3, and it happened. So when from 149 or something like that, Echo Troop, we graduated 90. What was it, 90 something? We graduated. So that's a percentage, right? That's 100. That's like wow, 30% or something. So the barracks, I remember one time it was marching, and 1, 2, 3, and the drill sergeant is look left. See, you want to be like the broke dicks? You're gonna be the. I'm pretty sure some of you, some of you are gonna be the next broke dicks, and this and that and the other. Look at that. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, it's like the rejects. If you want to be like that, and whatever, we keep marching. Everybody laughing, whatever, laughing. It's hey, the drill sergeants troll the broke dicks big time. I mean, wow. They'll break your spirit, boy. What? Well, you don't want to do something with them boys. Oh, I can't do it. Oh my God, it's on. The drill sergeants. And y'all look, bro. I seen this. Okay, I can't. I saw it. I mean, in basic training, and sometimes you feel sorry. Sometimes you're like, man, you just don't want to do it and shit, right? And man, I'm telling you, woo, yeah, it's for men. The military is for men, especially cavalry, shit like that. Lurch teams, infantry, air assault, right? Reconnaissance, sneak and peek, and all that stuff. So yeah, it's like for men. It was like 1,000 of us in some places, like it was fights and all that shit. So my point is, the rejects of the military. our eyes. The report, and I kind of knew this through the years, right? But man, yeah, one of my molars broke, and that shit is killing me. Um, how you call it? Yeah, like the ones that cry, the doors are screaming at them in the face. They just break, no, and then they get there's what seven. There's like in the military, everything is nomenclature, number and shit. So it's like 740. I can't remember. He fouled out or whatever, but they, military term. So yeah, you could see him falling, cracking, and I remember this guy that fell from the rope. The rope was like 60 feet. With rappelling. We were rappelling, bro. And this guy, I don't know, and we had gloves, and he just kept going. He kind of, he slid all the way down, and he peeled his hands. I saw him, and I was like, oh my, dude, because it's everybody go. So when I think I went down the rope. Man, I was scary though. But I was gung ho, and I was 22 years old. I was on it. I was 180 pounds, 89 pounds of muscle, a little bit of fat, but yeah, I was at the 80. I was on it. The thing is that when I dropped the rope and I looked, I saw oh my god, the skin of his hands was gone. Oh, and he was like this. Man, I still remember. He was like this, and you have to keep going. I looked and hey, go. They, first aid and stuff from the rappelling rope, whiteboard. The same archetype that you see shooting women, shooting, the local police guys that, attack little kids and shit. You know what I mean? That killed that boy in the playing in the playground. Those dudes. Now I realize, and I'm not racist. I don't hate anybody. It's an observation. So this is an archetype. It's an archetype. It's a fucking archetype. Like, you're chubby, 6'1", white, with the, Caucasian, Middle Eastern, Midwestern, blah, blah, blah. Or Southern. But dude, same characteristics I'm telling you, I've been studying this. Every time I see something fucked up that happens, I look at the picture and I'm like, damn, what the fuck they all looking like? They all looking like those guys that drop out from fucking basic training. Because it was the chubby, the overweight and shit like that they couldn't make it because, they put you in an overweight program and some of them weren't overweight, but they just weak-minded. Oh, no, I'm going to be here. All that shit. And you really see it when among men. I'm telling you, bro. You really break out all that bullshit within men. Like you see the flaws in everybody, and the attributes, all that shit. You're just living. Got to get up together, brush your teeth real quick, and run and all that bullshit. But yeah, you kind of see what's the playing field. So. And I'm not an expert on anything. I'm just experienced. The archetype of the ICE, local police, sheriff, white boy, 6'1", 6'2", big, fat guy, pig. Sorry. Because I don't want to be called pigs. Don't do things that pigs do. Because I saw the other day a prosecutor talking to somebody, and do you refer us cops as pigs? Like this is a bad thing? No, he said, yeah, but he said, oh, well, no, not cops, just people that do bad things or something like that. He said. So that's what I'm talking about. When you talk about crackers, when you talk about pigs, when you talk about rednecks, not rednecks, because I met some cool ass rednecks. I was in the military, so I met some cool ass rednecks. And, white people that are wonderful, invited me, because it's not personal, man. It's just that. I mean, you guys gotta deal with that. It's like I think black people have talked about this. Like you, white people have to, work on that stuff. And I don't know. It's like you support each other, okay, whatever. But it's like, yeah, man. So these are the guys, the dropouts, can run, cry, can climb the rope, can brush it. Some of them stink. They weren't clean, hygiene because the drill sergeants come and make sure and all that shit and all that, man. And fuck your shit up, and man, you stink. All that stuff. So yeah, and most of it, some of them recovered and got military. Some of them doing that shit. So that's your ICE police and your local police and your sheriff. I would say 50% of it. 50% of it, at least. And I don't want to be attacked. Oh, you Puerto Rican. I'm Puerto Rican. And I was born and raised in born in Puerto Rico, raised partly in New York, partly in Puerto Rico. As an adult, I traveled a lot. But I have experience. And I see a lot of fuckery, a lot of cowardice, and a lot of bullshit going on that people accept. You know, I was in combat zones twice. I don't have to give it in details. I was in the military 6 years. Uh, Actually, well, I'm not gonna get into that, but yeah, I got an honorable discharge. I got all my rights. But I see a lot of, yeah, man. No, it's like logical stuff, obvious things that, oh no, they move left and all this bullshit, bro. People are tired of that, and you guys, I don't know, you guys gotta reconcile, reconsider, or get up in here and shit. What's up there, or whatever. But that's hard to do because you have a mindset of it. But we know already, and people are not taking it anymore. I mean, you can see people are not taking it anymore. So they're just gonna be lashing out. Obey the law. Ooh, if you go outside and all this bullshit, I'm telling you, they don't want to lose. There's nothing wrong with losing if you lose with dignity. Because I was in boxing and martial arts, so I know. I've been punched in the face and kicked and, split. I've bled, right? Like, I've been hit back and bleeding and shit like that. So I know. Yeah, man, I don't know. We gotta reconsider what a man means and what logic means. Not a man means, but well, yeah, that too, because of the OG, all that other. That's another thing. But yeah, man, it's a lot of weaklings making orders that gonna make a change on people's lives. It's like a dynamic that is not working. So I don't know. I wanted to make this. I don't do videos. I haven't done make one in a while. But yeah, my name is Omar. Thank you for listening. And I mean, I'm not an expert or nothing. I mean, my room is a little messed up. I'm just trying to vent a little. And not vent, just, kind of, yeah, because it's true. The report that I heard about that is true because I saw it 20 years ago, over 20 years ago. The, you know, this ice guys look all overweight and, they don't seem like they're professional and, all that stuff. Yeah. This guys. The drop off that cry in the army and shit, they go police and sheriff and all that. So, yeah. So, no disrespect to police. No, because I have family that are police. I actually have family that are police. Brother-in-law was a lieutenant and all that stuff. So, it has nothing to do with that. It's just that logic, man. Come on. There's a code of conduct. There's, I mean, this is the first, like code of conduct, the laws of the, it's like all this stuff that they show you so you won't fuck up, especially the code of conduct. Because you can, actually, military guys, we can go to jail for 20 years if we fuck that up. In a word, anywhere. So the police are protected when they do if a Marine does something, Army guy does something, he goes 15 years. The cop gets fired and he can go to from Oklahoma to Florida to be a cop and abuse a little child there. Like shoot him or something. Not sexually, just grab him or something. What in the school, you know how I see so many videos that I stop looking, bro. These dudes are cowards, bro. Among 1,000 men, they break like bitches. But then at a cop, oh, oh, modern warfare. That's sad and pathetic, all right? So anyway, thanks for listening. I love you. Christ is Lord, first of all. Because you see me, I mean, I am looking for the Lord. That's the only thing that's gonna save us, papi. Pa que lo sepa. If you know something, you gotta know that Jesus Christ is the only way we're gonna get out of this. Cause the bomb's gonna fall and all that crap, bro. It's gonna get like max up in this mug. So I mean, Hollywood's been telling you, and you don't listen, and you don't, you think it's you know, it's a movie. Okay. I love y'all. Be safe and take care.